So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Kick it.
Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Good morning, sunshine. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Marvelous. Even better now that I get to kick the week off and get you in the hot seat and on the tan line. I know that you have been extremely busy. So listen, things are looking up.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm so happy to be talking to you. New Orleans was such a beautiful experience for us. So I'm really glad that I wish I was there though, in
Absolutely.
person.
And you know what? For the next interview, you will be because I feel as if there's a screening that's somewhere brewing for us. I know that Sinners is going to hit theaters nationwide April 18th. And from there, the world would just catch storm and you have to come back to New Orleans. So, I mean, it's fair.
I hope so. I really hope so. New Orleans holds a special place in my heart now, forever.
Absolutely. You know, Wunmi Mosaku, one of the most brilliant that we will ever see grace the stage. I know that the world of entertainment, you're no stranger to it. How did you know that you wanted to embark upon this journey, not just as a hobby, but as a profession, as a career to grace the screen and to bring these characters to life?
I had a very clear idea when I was a kid that I was going to be a maths professor because my parents were professors. And, they say representation matters, and that's all I could imagine. And then when I got sent to a drama class when I was 8 years old, or 12 years old, and I on a Saturday, and I just enjoyed it. I was in a choir from age 7 for 11 years. I loved being in the community and having this like troop of girls every week. And so I did always love performing. And when it came to applying for university, I started applying for maths and economics, and everything just felt kind of wrong. My whole body said no. I had panic attacks, and had insomnia, and I was like, something. I just felt very clearly that, how you can just feel like you're being told to go somewhere else, do something
Yeah.
else. And the only place I found peace was in the drama studio. It was the only place I could sleep. It was the only place I could feel rejuvenated. And I said to my mom, I think I want to be an actor. And she said, well, I don't know how you do that, but okay.
Right. Like if you
So
need something with
yeah,
this math, I got you. But as far as that, girl, you're going to have to figure it out on your own, but God's blessings.
exactly. Exactly. So that's what I did. I actually ended up just Googling everyone from the cast of Annie, and Sir Albert Finney, who's from Manchester, where I'm from. He went to RADA, and that's how I heard about drama school. And it just felt like that kind of clicked into place. Like my mom said, if you don't get in, then you know that it's not for you, even though actually that's not great advice, because lots of people try a few times before they get in, and no's are part of your journey. But thankfully, I got a yes, because I wouldn't have continued if it was a no then. And so I'm really grateful that that worked out that way.
You know, one me that's very deep. A lot of people will go into something because they feel as if that's their chosen path or the path that was chosen for them. And even to have a support system that says, look, I'm not familiar with it, but if this is what you feel is your dream, go for it. And you did just that. And the world is grateful that you did because you're serving as an inspiration to follow your dreams, but you're also bringing us the next tier level of entertainment. Now, with Sinners, you're working with this all star cast from Ryan Coogler, the director of Black Panther and Creed. You already know that's a heavy hitter. With Sinners,
Mhm.
tell me a little bit about that journey, the role that you portray.
Um, so it was such an honor to be invited to meet Ryan on this. First of all, I was so surprised that he even knew who I was. And it was I was completely humbled in that moment that I was called in for that meeting. I was sent 7 pages, the first scene with Annie and Smoke. Smoke is played by Michael B. Jordan, and he plays twins, Smoke and Stack. And
Yeah.
this scene was just so deliciously written. I felt like I understood their history, their love, the power of their love, and her love for him, the power of her faith and her she's a hoodoo priestess. I felt like I understood their grief and their joy and their fears, their hopes, their connection, and the things that they are like opposed on. And I thought I just had never read a scene so perfectly written. Even their place in their community. There's a little interaction with these two girls, and I just feel like you just see so much of her Annie's position in those 4 or 5 lines between those girls. Um, and then yeah, so I was hooked from those 7 pages. And then being called in to do a chemistry read with Michael, and and it just being such an easy relationship that we just kind of fell into very quickly. It was fun. It was an audition and it was fun. That is rare. And it felt easy and playful, and like we could really stretch and reach into the corners of the scene, the deepest, darkest moments of the scene. And that was just on day one. And
Yeah.
I walked out of that room thinking, well, I feel really like satiated. I feel like I enjoyed that. And if that's all that I get from this, then that is success, and that is a big win. And then Ryan comes out of the room and says, I'm not going to make you wait. You've got the role.
Now
And
that's a big
Michael
win.
out of the room, and I'm like, what? Like, this is a huge deal. And it honestly was just it was a dream from beginning to end. And today feels like kind of the end for us because it's our final premiere. And it does feel like, wow, what a journey, and what a gift to be part of. And it has far surpassed any experience, professional experience I've ever had. And some they say, to be wary of meeting your idols, and I do feel like they have far surpassed my idea of what it was going to be like working with them. And yeah, they've surpassed my ideas of what I want any other set and work experience to feel like. I want it to feel like family from now on and forever.
Yeah, exactly. They raised the bar for you, and you walked into the
It
room
really
with those
did.
heavy hitters. They knew who you were. Your work has spoken for you in places that you have yet to even place your feet. So when you rose to the occasion, hey, why make her wait? Don't make the world wait. April 18th, we are here for it. Sinners, for the average viewer, what is it that you want us to walk away with?
Ooh.
Doop, doop,
Ah.
doop, 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 doop.
Feel like it for me, a big theme and message in the story for me is to be careful who you invite in.
Mm,
um that vampires can be spiritual. It doesn't have to be like a mythical creature. It can be a physical, a spiritual, an energetical, an energetic vampire. And like, everyone you invite in will change will change your environment. Every gesture changes an environment, whether it's a smile or a curse, whether it's love or whether it's hate. And so I feel like that to me is a huge message. And also to remember who you're from, because your ancestors have led you to this place and to this gift of yours, whatever your gift is. And that you yourself are important, because you will continue to reverberate through the generations in the future. You are a future ancestor. So like, be mindful of keeping what it enters your space.
I love that. I love that. You know, One Me, I know that you have a lot to do, a lot of work going on, but I want you to think of this as an extension of your office. Whenever you have these wonderful things going on, just tell them, look, I need to jump in the hot seat and on the tan line, and you can consider it done. Friday, April
Love it.
18th, the world will be watching. I already have my popcorn, got all the good snacks. I'm putting the phone on silent. Please don't talk to me right now. I'm not entering any spirits. I don't want any spirits entering my space. I am just here watching sinners. Okay.
Love it. I love it. Thank you so much.
Anytime. Look, you chase the sun or let the sun chase you. But either way, get after it. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it.